Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I am Nur Faizah. I'm from English Language and Teaching Department History class. So today I'm going to finish my work and this is for my final examination of Philosophy of Islamic Education in third semester. And here I am to present the greatest and very excellent philosopher. As we know that there's the golden age of Islam in the Abbasiyah era. There is also the existence of Buwayhi dynasty, and belongs to Buwayhi dynasty there's a very famous and also the greatest philosopher. His name is Ibn Miskawai. Ibn Miskawai is a Persian, and not just philosophy, but also he's interested in a lot of major. For the example, he's interested in theology, ethics, language and literature, history, and also medicine. Not just about that, but half of his life also to serve in the Buwayhi dynasty, be a librarian and also be a secretary for Buwayhi dynasty. He's very critical with the smartest one and the clever one. Not just about that, but he also take a lot of action for Buwayhi dynasty. So, before we are going to further more to know about the masterpiece of dynasty and also the Ibn Miskawai action for this era, I'm going to share about the little background of Ibn Miskawai. So, here we go. And here are the little background of Ibn Miskawai. Ibn Miskawai, well known as historian and also philosopher at the golden age of Islam. His full name is Abu Ali Ahmed bin Muhammad bin Yaqub bin Miskawai. He was born in Ray, Iran on 330 Hijriah and died in Isfahan on 421 Hijriah. Ibn Miskawai, not just a philosopher, but he also interested in a lot of major, for the example, history, ethics, and language. Ibn Miskawai, even though there isn't certain information about his educational background, but literature noted that he studied history with Abu Bakr Ahmad bin Kamil al-Qadi and studied chemistry with Abu Tayyib and studied philosophy with the greatest philosopher at the time, it is Ibn al-Hamir. Ibn Miskawai was very famous than an early scholar. He also known as a doctor, poet, and also linguist. At the golden age of Islam, Ibn Miskawai, a half of his life just served to be a secretary and librarian for Buwayhi dynasty. Yeah, that is just a little background of Ibn Miskawai. But even though his educational background is uncertainly noted by the literature, but the action and also his proved with the very famous notable work. And not just about that, Ibn Miskawai also has studied with the very greatest philosopher at this time. And here I am to present the very notable work as the famous work of Ibn Miskawai. For the example, there is Tajrib al-Umam, Taqub al-Himam, and also Tabarat al-Nafs. So, here we go to check the work, and especially for the very famous work of Ibn Miskawai. Here it is. And here are the several incredible notable work belongs to Ibn Miskawai. He lived at the golden age of Islam, but he created and made a lot of usable books. For the example, it's preferred to be an ethic books. He also well known as the Islamic ethic father. So, the very greatest and also famous of his work it is Tahdib al-Ahlaq wa Tathir al-A'raq. This is the refinement of moral and cleansing of ethic. With his major philosophy, he know how to achieve the balancing of ahlak with the proper action as the main content of this book. And then there is Al-Fawz al-Kabir as the very famous one, all the greatest victory. Contains one of the earliest description of the concept of evolution. And then there's a Tajrib al-Umam and Kitab al-Hukama al-Halida, or Book of Eternal Wisdom, as an Arabic translation from Persian work. Okay, after we know about his little background and also the masterpiece or notable work belongs to Ibn Miskawai, the very famous and also the greatest philosopher in the Abbasiyah era belongs to Buwayhi dynasty. In here I am to present the very greatest one of Islamic educational thinking belongs to Ibn Miskawai. The very famous thinking of mind belongs to Ibn Miskawai is about the concept of God, the concept of human, and also the concept of ahlak. His is mixed match with the philosophers in the previous era such as Galen, Aristotle, Plato, and etc. So here we go to check about his Islamic educational thinking. Here it is. First, we are going to talk about the concept of thought by Ibn Mishawi before we are going to furthermore talk about the Islamic educational thinking belongs to Ibn Mishawi. For the concept of thought, the mixed concept from Plato, Galen, and Aristotle become the main thought about the philosophy by Mishawi. Ibn Mishawi, understanding the concept and also thought was very logical and shows coherence and consistency. First of his concept is about God. The concept of God for Ibn Mishawi, God is real and unreal. Real because God is haq or true, and unreal because our mind can catch the existence of God physically. And God is eternal, perfect, and also unchangeable. And the second one, it is concept of ahlak. The concept of ahlak for Ibn Mishawi, ahlak is condition of soul to encourage do something without thinking. So the ahlak is changeable. The changeable of ahlak, it can lead with the education. And the third one or the last concept, it is concept of human. Human contained by three different factors. First is about luz or al-nafs al-bahimiyat. Second is braveness, al-nafs as-sabu'iyat. And the last one, it is thinking, al-nafs al-natiqah. Okay, in this third section, we are going to talk about Islamic educational thinking belongs to Ibn Mishawi. His concept preferred to apply Akhlaq education as the basic of his concept. Akhlaq, defined by Ibn Mishawi, it is the condition of soul with a pure and opposite character and decreted by habitual and exercise. So, this concept also can be adapted by the Galen and Aristotle's ideas. This mixed concept as the main concept of the Ibn Mishawi become the very logical and also coherent with another ideas. So, the goals of his concept is to make it real, the power of soul from desire into real action, especially for good action. And good action can achieve a lot of perfect happiness. In Islamic educational thinking belongs to Ibn Mishawi, he stated that there are several methods. First is, there's a will, there's a way, but there isn't lose, just encouragement from desire to get noble knowledge, noble action, and also noble achievement. And the second one is experience and knowledge from another people as his reflection, so he can learn a lot from them and make it a better future and make it a better person. So the conclusion of his concept is, the duty of human in this world is just to serve the God. If there's knowledge aims to get closer with God, it allows to thought and allows to share. Okay, that's all I can do for you today, and I apologize if I did some mistake. I hope it can bring a lot of benefit, and also we can learn a lot from the philosophy of Islamic education and also the history of Islamic education. See you later on. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Stay healthy.